Hi children, hello, welcome to your home school. This is your class 10 mathematics NCERT or CBSE. We have seen in our last session the introductory part of your third chapter, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Today in this session we are going to start with your exercise. That is your exercise 3.1. In this exercise we have only 3 problems. In that first problem, let's have a look here. Aftab tells his daughter. Who is that? Aftab is a father. He is saying something to his daughter. 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you. Who is speaking here? I, Aftab. He is a father. What is speaking to his daughter? He is saying that 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you. Little confusion there in the question, so I'll clear your confusion. Let the father age be X and the daughter age be Y. 7 years ago means X minus 7. Daughter's age also 7 years ago. Y minus 7. Okay, he is talking about 7 years ago. What is talking? Who is I? Aftab. X minus 7 is equal to, 7 years ago means X minus 7. I was 7 times, 7 into 7 times daughter's age. Daughter's age before 7 years, what is that? Y minus 7. Now we are going to frame the equation. That is, Aftab age before 7 years, X minus 7 is equal to 7 times the daughter age. 7 bracket open, Y minus 7. If you are able to understand the statement, you can able to frame the equation. Okay, one of the equation is completed. Let's see one more. 3 years from now. Now, what is Aftab age? X. Daughter age? Y. 3 years from now, future. So, Aftab age? X plus 3. Daughter's age? Y plus 3. Now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. What is the statement here? Again, we need to frame the equation. What is that? I should be. I, Aftab. After 3 years, what is his age? X plus 3 is equal to 3 times as old as you. 3 into, what is daughter's age after 3 years? Y plus 3. 3 into Y plus 3. So, with that, one more equation we are going to get. Okay, so that two pair of linear equations, seeing that we can interpret the result, how it will be in graph and how can we solve in algebraically, what could be the answer. Okay, so every verbal statement like this, split the problem and try to understand every point. Then nothing is difficult in mathematics, children. Ready, let's start your solution here. Here one more line there in your question. What is that? Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. Means the problem we have to write in algebraical form and also show in graphical representation. Let's see the solution. Let the present age of father be. What shall we assume? Your wish. Let me take here X. Let the father age is X years. Let the present age of daughter be Y years. Okay. 7 years ago. First statement deals with 7 years back. 7 years ago father's age. Now he is X years, right? 7 years ago means you need to subtract X minus 7 years. Are you able to follow, children? So now 7 years ago daughter's age. Daughter age present is Y. 7 years ago It will be y minus 7 years. Okay, now what is given here? According to the statement, let's see the statement. I was, who is I referred to here? Aftab, his father. 7 years ago, I was, who is I? Aftab. I was 7 times. 7, look here, 7 times, like this you need to remember. 7 times as old as you. Who is that? Daughter. What is daughter's age now? Y minus 7. Okay, now solve this. You are going to get one equation. X minus 7 is equal to 7 into y, 7y, plus into minus, minus, 7 sevens are 49. Okay, bring this variable this side. X plus 7y, if it comes this side, what happens? Minus 7y is equal to minus 49. Minus 7, if it goes that side, it will be plus 7. X minus 7y is equal to minus 49 plus 7, it will be minus 42. Mark this as a first equation. What is your first equation? X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. Shall we see the next statement? See the next statement. 3 years from now. So now, from now, present age, only these two lines you remember. Father age X, daughter age is Y. 3 years from now. After 3 years, father's age will be, father's age X plus 3 years. Daughter's age after 3 years, Y plus 3 years. Okay, given. What is given here, children? What is given? 3 years from now, I should be, who is I referred? Aftab. Aftab age is how much? X plus 3 is equal to 3 times as old as you. 3 times. Okay. Daughter, Y plus 3. Now simplify this. X plus 3 is equal to 3 into Y, 3Y plus 3 3s are 9. Send this 3Y this side. X minus 3Y is equal to 9 plus 3, bring this side, minus 3. That will be X minus 3Y is equal to 6. See, these two are the equations. Okay, how did we represent? We represent it in algebraically. We got the two equations algebraically, children. So, what is your next step? We need to do the same equations and graphically and show in that graphical answer. Okay, we need to simplify these two equations graphically and then get the answer. Shall we see orally this answer? Look here, how can we identify this answer? Let's write the two equations here. X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. X minus 3y is equal to 6. Look here, children, A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. So here equal to there, what you need to do? Bring this side. Plus 42 minus 6, you should understand. 1 by 1, 1. Minus 7 by minus 3 will be 7 by 3. So what happened here? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Immediately what you can say, therefore the pair of linear equations are intersecting. These two lines are intersecting and has a unique solution. Okay, so this is just the guessing part. Okay, this we no need of writing in your notes. Understand carefully. Once again I read this. Suppose any two persons, if we are talking, we need to guess the variables first. Aftab and his daughter said, okay, Aftab let it be X years and daughter be Y years. We are talking here about age. So x years, daughters, y years. 7 years before, x minus 7, y minus 7. When Aftab is talking, what he was saying? I was 7 times as old as you. 7 times x minus 7 is equal to 7 into y minus 7. We are going to get one equation. Similarly, 3 years from now, the age will be changed. That is x plus 3, y plus 3. 3 years from now, Aftab's age is 3 times his daughter's age. That is x plus 3 is equal to 3 into y plus 3. There we are going to get one more equation. Okay, represent the equations algebraically means up to here completed. Now we need to solve the same equations graphically. Representing the pair of two linear equations graphically as follows. I will solve all the graphical part here, children, and I show you in graph itself how to draw this pair of linear equation in graph. Consider equation 1. What is your first equation? X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. First thing you should know, when you are doing a graph, your equation you have to convert into y. You have to rewrite your equation in the form of y. What is that? Y. So look here, children, x minus 7y is equal to minus 42 there. So what you need to do? Minus 42, bring this side, 7y this side. X plus 42 minus 7y will be plus 7y. I need only y. I don't want 7 multiple also. If you don't want multiples and other side, it will be dividing. So at a time, if you want, you can reverse and write. No sign will be changed. Y is equal to x plus 42 by 7. See here, children, when you are doing a graph, your equation should be in y format. Okay, don't write x equal to, don't write. Always your graphical equation should be in the form of y equal to. Let's draw a table of having 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 rows and 4 columns. First column x, y, x, comma, y. Okay. So this is the way you need to frame table first. So next step, if x equal to 0 or x equal to 42 or x equal to 49, I may take any number, children. Any x value you can take, your wish. But exact answer, how it will come, that is a trick. I am going to say you that also. Right? So now, this every term what you have taken here, let us solve here. If x equal to 0, in this equation you substitute x value 0 plus 42 by 7. Okay, 0 plus 42 will be 42 by 7. 7 6 42, that will be 6. What is 6? Y equal to 6, children. If x is 0, y is 6. Write the coordinate x comma y means 0 comma 6. This is your first coordinate which you need to plot in a graph. Next, I have taken if x is equal to 42. What happens to y? Take the equation and in a x place you substitute 42. 42 plus 42 by 7, that will be 84 by 7. Cancel this. 7 1, 7 2s, that will be 12. If x is equal to 42, y is equal to 12. Write the coordinate 42 comma 12. Okay. So next, coming to your third one, if x is equal to 49, X, please substitute 49. Y is equal to 49 plus 42 by 7. That will be 91 by 7. Cancel 7 ones are 7 threes are. That will be 13. If x equal to 49, y is equal to 13. Write the coordinate, children. 49 comma 13. With this, half of your graph calculation part is completed. Okay, so once again I repeat here. First you take the equation, convert the equation in y format. That is, for minus 42 becomes plus 42, minus 7y becomes plus 7y, and 7y at a time you reverse. Y is equal to x plus 42 by 7. Now draw a table of having 3 rows x, y, x comma y coordinate. Then whatever you take your x value, any value you can take, children. 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 10, minus 100, any number you can take. But when you take, sometimes you won't get proper answer. That I discuss later. So let's move to the second equation. What is your second equation? X minus 3y equal to 6. Same format, children. Convert this. That will be plus 6. Bring this side. X minus 6 equal to minus 3y. Send other side. That will be plus 3y. Now, at a time reverse. 3y is equal to x minus 6. Y is equal to multiple. If you don't want, send other side. It will be divided. Okay, y is equal to x minus 6 by 3 you got. In that we need to substitute now. So before substituting, let me draw a table. Again, 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns, and in your first column x, y, and this will be x comma y. So let me take 6, 42, 48. Any number you can choose, right? Now, if x equal to, what you have, 6, comma, take this equation, y is equal to x minus 6 by 3. In the place of x, substitute 6. 6 minus 6 by 3 will be 0 by 3. That will be 0. So if x is 6, y 0. That will be 6 comma 0. Next, if x is equal to 42, y is equal to 42 minus 6 by 3. How much it will be? 36 by 3. That will be 12. If x is equal to 42, y is equal to 12. Coordinate will be 42 comma 12. Okay, children. Next one. If x is equal to 48, y is equal to 48 minus 6 by 3. What does 48 minus 6? It will be 42 by 3. That will be 3 ones are 3 fours are 14. 48 comma 14 is your coordinate. Once again, look here, x minus 3y equal to 6 I have taken. I have converted into y format and then drawn table. Any 3 values you take for x, substitute in the equation and get your y values right in the form of coordinates. Then now we are going to plot these 2 tables in a graph. If we do in graph, what answer we are going to get? Intersecting. We know already by seeing the equations we got, right? By solving, we will get now. So these all calculation I have showed you on board. Now we are going to represent this graphically in a graph book. Okay. In this rule page, you need to do the problem, represent algebraically, and also whatever needed calculation part. It might be any tables or solving, everything we do in this rule page. Here In graph sheet, we are going to plot the graph. So let's start a graph. How can we start here, children? We know equation 1, equation 2. Using these two equations, we have drawn two tables, right? So let's draw first line equation. That is, take the coordinates here. 0, 6, 42, 12, 49, 13. And in this box, 6, 0, 42, 12, 48, 14. So now look here, children. This is your graph sheet. I have taken here x-axis and y-axis. This is x, x dash, y dash, and this is y. Whereas this scale is positive and this side will be negative. This side negative and this side will be positive. So we need to write scale first on top of your graph sheet. Scale on x-axis. How you have taken? By seeing this box 0, 42, 49, 42, 48 means your scale will be less than 50. So I may take 5, 10, 15, 20 such as on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. And similarly here y-axis, look here 6, 12, 13, 0, 12, 14 means only 16 numbers if you have, you can draw on y-axis. So let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 21 I have taken. So let's take this box means your first equation, that is x minus 7y is equal to minus 42. This equation we need to plot on graph. So when you are doing on graph sheet, you need to take the coordinates. So observe here 0, 6. How will you do this on a graph sheet, children? 0 is x coordinate and 6 is y coordinate. That is on x-axis 0. Can you see here? 0. On y-axis 6 means this is a point. So children, some people may have a habit of plotting graph by dot or a circle or a cross. Any way you do, but you need to mark the point carefully. So this point is what? 0, 6. See the next coordinate 42, 12. Where is your 42? Look here, yeah, 40, 45 you have. So where is 42? 41 and this point is 42, right? So 42 on x-axis and 12 on y-axis. Where you are going to get? So look here carefully here. So observe carefully, children. 41, 42 here. So your coordinate, you may put a point or a circle or a cross mark I have said for you. So let's mark this 42, 12 and this will be 0, 6. What's your third coordinate? 49, 13. Where is your 49? Here. Observe carefully. 45 to 50. This is 49 and 49, 13. It will be here. See carefully. This point is 49, 13. 42, 12. See here, I am using a pen. Better you choose with a dark pencil. 49, 13. Right? This is one point and this is another point. And one more point is here, that is 0, 6. Okay? Now take a scale and try to draw this. So here, let me take one point here and here. So try to join all these. Okay, I got a line. So always you try to do line with a single line. So what does this line indicates? Of which equation? X minus 7y is equal to minus 42 is this equation. Okay. So let me go to the next table. What is your next table? You can see the coordinates. What is that? 6, 0. So where is 6 comma 0? 6 on x-axis. See, observe the scale carefully. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like this you have, this is your 6 point, right? Observe carefully. 6 on x-axis and 0 on y-axis indicates this is the point. So let me mark here 6 comma 0. And next coordinate 42 comma 12. 42 on x-axis, this is this. 12 already we have same coordinate we got. And move to the next one, 48 comma 14. Where is your 48? This is your 48. Look here carefully. This point is 48. 48 on x-axis and 14 on y-axis. Observe here carefully. Where is that point? Here. 48, 46, 47, 48. Look here carefully, and this is here 14. 48 comma 14. So this point mark it 48 comma 14. Right? So now what you need to do? You need to draw the line. Where you need to do, children? This point, and again these 3 points you need to touch. So see carefully what am I doing. So let me make this point and this point. Yes, now I can draw a line. So you can see here, children. So this is the line where it intersects at 42 comma 12. So observe here, this is the point where it is intersecting at 42 comma 12 coordinate. The two lines are intersecting. And what is this line, children? Write the second equation. X minus 3y is equal to 6. Look here, you can mark your coordinate A, B, C, D, E, F. Like that also you can mark. Suppose if you mark A, B, C, D. Again this one is same now. If you want you can mark B. And this is E. So now A coordinate and B. This is B coordinate. And this is C. Next this is D. Same B. And this will be E. Like this, some have a habit of writing coordinates with a letter, or simply coordinates you can do, or a line and an equation you can complete. So finally, what is your conclusion for this graphical problem, children? This is an algebraic representation, and therefore the pair of two linear equations are intersecting. Are they intersecting? Yes, they are intersecting at one point at 42 comma 12. At a point 42 comma 12. That is x is equal to 42 and y is equal to 12. See here, 42 comma 12 means what? Where is that number on x-axis? 42. And that number on y-axis, it will be 12. That means x is equal to 42 and y is equal to 12 are the two variables and values of the two variables. This is the way of finding the value of those two variables by graphically. In algebraic method, by using the three methods, we can solve those and get the same answer. Okay, let's see the second problem. The coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls. So what are we talking here in this problem? Bats and balls. Who is that? Coach. The coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls. So first let us assume bat x, ball y. 3 bats means 3x. 6 balls means 6y. For rupees 3,900. So every point we divide and read and frame the sentence. Okay, let's see the solution here. Let us assume cost of one bat is equal to rupees x. let us assume cost of one ball is equal to rupees y. Then the algebraic representation is given by the following equations. So now again we read the equation here. The coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats, 3 into x plus 6 balls for rupees 3,900. So x value we don't know. What is the cost of one bat? We don't know. If we know cost of a bat, into 3 is 3 bats cost. Similarly 6 balls. If you know y value, 6 balls cost you know. But the sum of these two is how much? 3,900 rupees. So let's remove rupees here and mark it as a first equation. Second point. Later, she buys another bat. She buys another bat. Bat means what, children? X. And 3 more balls. 3 more balls means 3y. Of the same kind for rupees 1,300. This is the second equation and that is your first equation. Observe the equations carefully once again. 3 bats, 6 balls cost is 3,900. 3x plus 6y is equal to 3,900. And cost of 1 bat and 3 balls, x plus 3y is equal to 1,300. Now observe the equation carefully. Compare the equation with the standard form of pair of linear equations. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. This is the way we represent the equation, children. Now we solve graphically. They asked to solve algebraically. Algebraically, we have written the 2 equations. Now represent in geometrically. If we need to represent geometrically, we need a table. First, convert this equation. So consider the equation 1 representing it graphically. You can write here. Consider equation 1. Convert your equation in y format, right? So that will be 6y is equal to 3,900 minus 3x plus 3x if it goes other side minus 3x. Now y is equal to, send this 6 down, 3,900 minus 3x by 6. If you want, you can take 3 common, cancel also. You can do, children. Or no miss, we do like this only means we can substitute directly here itself. Now we need to draw a table. Let me draw a table here. 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. And 4 columns. See your columns here, wish children. I try to take only 3 coordinates. So let it be x, y, x, comma, y. Then I may take here 0, 500 and I may take 1,300. Any numbers you can take. Your wish. There is no rule. Take that only, take this only. There is no rule at all. Any number you can select. Now let me solve for this. If x is equal to 0, y is equal to, in the place of x, please substitute 0, minus 3 into 0 by 6. 3 into 0 will be 0, 3,900 by 6. That will be 6 6 36 children. 3 will be left, 30, 6 5 is 30, 0. So what you got? If x is equal to 0, y is equal to 650. Coordinate 0, 650 is your coordinate. Okay, similarly, if x is equal to 500, then y is equal to, substitute in x place 500, 3,900 minus 3 into 500 by 6. That will be 3,900 minus 3 5s are 1,500 by 6. So what it will be, children, here? It will be 2400 by 6. Let us see 9 minus 5, 4, 3 minus 1, 2. Now, 6 fours are, so it will be 400. Your coordinate 500, 400. Okay. Now, if x is equal to, one more number what I have taken, 1300. Y is equal to 3900 minus 3 into 1300 by 6. That will be 3900 minus, this will be, if you multiply 3900 by 6, 0 by 6 will be 0. Then this will be 0. 1300 comma 0. One of the table for one equation is completed. Similarly, the graphical representation of one more equation. Consider equation 2, children. Rewrite in the form of y. That will be, how can you rewrite this? 3y is equal to 1300 minus x. Y is equal to 1300 minus x by 3. Okay. Now again similar pattern. You take one more table of having 3 rows and 4 columns. X, Y, x comma y. 3 values, 100, 400, 1300 I am going to take, children. So now let's take first x is equal to, if x is equal to 100, let's substitute in this. That is y is equal to 1300 minus 100 by 3. That will be 1200 by 3. If you cancel 3 4s are, so that will be 400 is your answer. If x is equal to 100, y is equal to 400. Okay. So your coordinate will be 100 comma 400. Next one. What is your next coordinate? If x is equal to 400. If x is equal to 400, what happens, children? 400, y is equal to 1300 minus 400. 1300 minus 400 will be 900 by 3. That will be 300 is your answer. So now, if x is equal to 400, y is equal to 300, 400 comma 300 is your coordinate. Okay. Last one. If x is equal to 1300, if you take, y is equal to, substitute in x, children, 1300 minus 1300 by 3. That will be 0 by 3 will be 0. 1300 comma 0. See here we have 3 coordinates in this table and 3 coordinates in this table. By using these 3, we are going to plot in graph. So look here, children, this is your second problem. I have written in the rule sheet the problem. I have solved what I have solved on the board now. This is all we have solved, right? So this is algebraic way of representing the equation, and these we need to represent graphically. If we need to represent graphically, we need the boxes. Yes, boxes we have done and the coordinates are also ready. So look here, your left hand side, you can see a scale. On x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 100 units. Why did I take 100? Look, on x-axis 500, 1300, 100, 400, 1300 there. So up to 1300 I need my scale. So for that purpose I have taken 100, 200, 300 like that I have taken on x-axis. See y-axis 650, 400, 400, 300 like this there. Here this side also I have taken on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 100 units. Scale is ready and I have drawn the scale, right? The next step, we need to plot graph by taking one equation. Let's take this equation, that is this table. These three coordinates we try to plot on the graph. See the first coordinate, children. 0, 650. Observe here 0 and where is on y-axis 650. 600, 700, right? The middle point what you get now, that is your 650. This is 650. Okay, so mark here 0, 650 is the coordinate. Next coordinate, observe here 500, 400. This is 500 on x-axis. Y-axis, what is the value? 400. So 500, 400 means this is the point. Write the coordinate here 500, 400. Next one, third coordinate 1300, 0. On x-axis 1300. 0 on y-axis means this is the point. Right? 1300, 0. So take a scale. So where are the 3 points? See carefully. So 1, 2 and this is 3. See that? We need to draw a straight line. Take a scale carefully. So let me do now. Exactly, it should pass through the point. So this is a line, children. So what line is this? Equation. Write the equation here. What is that equation? So you can write 3x. Where shall we write? Let me write the equation this side. 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900. This is the line for this linear equation in two variable. So let's move with the next equation, that is x plus 3y is equal to 1300, and see the table carefully. These three coordinates we are going to represent now. 100, 400. On x-axis 100, on y-axis 400. Where do they meet, children? This is the point. Observe carefully. 100, 400. Next, 400, 300. Observe carefully. This is the point. And last point is 13, 0. This is the point. So now, right here, this coordinate is 400, 300. And this coordinate is 100, 400. Now, try to join these 3 points. What do you get? So, look here carefully. Let me take this point, and this point. So, try to take scale properly and then draw this. So, these two lines intersecting. Where are they intersecting, children? 1300, 0. Therefore, the pair of linear equations. What is this equation? X plus 3y is equal to 1300. Okay. So, if we do the coordinates, equation, scale, everything, then your graph will be completed with the last statement. What do you conclude here? Therefore, the pair of two linear equations are intersecting at a point 1300, 0, where x is equal to 1300, y equal to 0. So look here, x value is 1300 and y value is 0. Let's see the last problem of this exercise, children. That is your third problem. The cost of 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. So again we need to consider apples and grapes with a variable, right? 2 variables we are going to take. So let me write the 2 points here. Solution. Let us assume the cost of 1 kg of apples be rupees X and 1 kg of grapes be Y. Okay. So look here now. 2 kg of apples. 2 kg of apples means what? 2x. Let me write here. 2x plus 2 kgs of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day is equal to rupees 160. Mark it as a first equation. Second point, children, after a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples. 4 kg of apples means 4x and 2 kg of grapes, 2y is equal to 300. That is your second equation. So now look here, the algebraic representation is given by those two equations. So nothing there in the question. What you need to do? Read the question and convert into equations. 2x plus y is equal to 160 and 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. So now what is your question? Represent this situation algebraically and also geometrically. So algebraically representation means this one only. Okay, stop for a while. Observe here. 2 by 4, 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 160 by 300 is not equal. Right? 160 by 300, it won't be cancelling. But these two are equal. What is that, children? If A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. What will be the two lines? How they will be? They will be parallel. According to your case 3, we can say the two lines are parallel and there is no solution. Okay, and they are inconsistent. So now take every equation separately and represent graphically. So observe here. Representing the pair of two linear equations graphically as follows. Consider equation 1. See the equation 1, children. 2x plus y is equal to 160. Rewrite the equation in form of y. Y is equal to 160 minus 2x. Okay, so let me do that equation also. Consider equation 2. 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. So rewrite the equation in the form of y, children. That is 2y is equal to 300 minus 4x. That implies y is equal to 300 minus 4x by 2. We are going to take a table here having 3 rows and 4 columns. Let's mark it x, y, x comma y. Let's take x value, any value, 10, 50, 60 I will take. Okay, so now let's do here. If x is equal to 10, comma, take the equation, y is equal to, substitute in x place 10, 160 minus 2 into 10 will be 20. That will be 140 is your answer. If x 10, then y is equal to 140. Coordinate is 10, comma 140. Next, another value what we have taken. X is equal to 50. Y is equal to 160 minus 2 into 50. It will be how much? 100. Yes, 160 minus 100 will be 150. If x 50, y value is 150. Right? Next one. If x is equal to 60, y is equal to 160 minus 60 into 2, how much? 120. 160 minus 120 will be 40. Okay, that will be, coordinate will be 60, comma 40. So one table is completed. Let's move to the second equation. So what shall we take here again? X, y, x comma y, and then let me take 40, 50, 60. Any values you can take, your own choice. So let me take. If x is equal to 40, y what you have? 300 minus 4 into 40 by 2. That will be 300 minus 160 by 2. Okay, so now what happens? 300 minus 160 will be 140 by 2, that will be 70. So write down here 70. Your coordinate is 40, 70. Okay, so take the second value. If x is equal to 50, y is equal to 300 minus 4 into 50 by 2, that will be 300 minus 4 5s are how much? 20, that means 200 by 2. 300 minus 200 will be 100. 100 by 2 will be 50. Okay, so if this is 50, this is also 50. So coordinate is 50, 50. So next, last one, if x is equal to 60, y is equal to 300 minus 4 into 60 by 2. Okay, that will be 300 minus 6 4s are how much, children? 24, right? That means 240 by 2. 300 minus 240 will be 60. 60 by 2 will be 30. That will be 60 means 30. Your coordinate is 60, 30. Okay, like this we need to solve, children. Now what happened here? Algebraic representation completed and graphical part everything I have completed. Now I am going to show you graph, how to do this graph. So already we have done now on board, right? So this is a algebraic representation and graphical representation. Using this boxes we are going to represent here, right? Let's see the first box. We have 3 coordinates and your second box you have 3 coordinates. Try to plot these on a graph. Before starting you need to write scale. Observe x-axis 10, 50, 60, 40, 50, 60 means 60 there, it's enough. So I have taken my x-axis scale as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like this. Scale on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. On y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units I have taken. So now let us plot this line, children. First box, that is 2x plus y is equal to 160. This line we are going to plot on a graph sheet. Take first coordinate 10, 140. On x-axis 10 and on y-axis 140. Where do they meet, children? 10, 140 means, is this the point? Yes or no? So let's write here 10, 140. Okay, observe one more point. 50, 60. Where is 50? This is a point 50 and 60. Where does they meet? 50 on x-axis, 60 on y-axis. This is the point. 50, 60. See the third coordinate. 60, 40. 60 on x-axis and 40 on y-axis. Where do they meet? Here. This is a coordinate what we need. 60, 40. Okay. So now this one line coordinates we have plotted here. Points we have plotted. So let's try to join these 3, children. 1, 2, 3. So observe carefully. Try to adjust your scale. Okay. And then try to join the 3 points. Put an arrow marks at the end. And what is this line? 2x plus y is equal to 160 is the line. Right? One line is completed. Means one linear equation plotting on graph is completed. So let's see the second one. That is 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. You can see the 3 coordinates. First coordinate 40, 70. 40 on x-axis, 70 on y-axis. So where do these two meet, children? Here. Can you see? 40, 70. Then next 50, 50. 50 from here to here. Yes. Then again 60, 30. 60, 30. Oh, what is this? They are not at all meeting. 60, 30. And this point is 50, 50. And this point is 40, 70. So now let's try to join these 3 points. If I try to join, so look here carefully. If I try to join, I got the 2 lines are parallel. So I'll complete my equation. 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. Therefore, what is your conclusion for this graph, children? The pair of 2 linear equations are parallel and there is no solution. If they intersect, they'll have a solution. But they are not intersecting, right? Therefore, there is no solution for these 2 equations. With this, we are going to end our session, children, today. We are going to complete exercise 3.1 today itself. We are going to meet in our next session, children. Thank you all.